Conscious Collaboration brings together entrepreneurs, changemakers, and thought leaders. We aim to highlight the people that embody the idea of aligned mind, body, and business. Each week, we share, discuss, and learn from the various experiences and ideas of our guest experts. Through our discovery, we find a path to an aligned mind, body, and business.
What's up? I'm Emily.
And I'm Lisa. And we are the Conscious Collaboration. How you doing?
Isn't that hilarious?
You caught me off guard.
I'm laughing. I'm still laughing at the rice cake
Fiasco.
the rice cake fiasco.
I know.
2023.
You so carefully were preparing it, and then tragedy befell.
That quickly turned to comedy, which is pretty much what we're talking about today, right?
Yes.
A spin on gratitude, because gratitude is so played out.
Yeah, so we're
This is our Thanksgiving episode.
We're recording this a few days ahead of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about gratitude, and we know that gratitude's important. But
it is. It's super important. I didn't really mean that.
Yes. No. Just joking.
Grateful for you, boo.
Grateful for you.
But we want to be like,
we want to add a little
we want to
extra.
talk about it in a little different way than maybe.
It's more interesting for us, to be honest, to talk about it in a different light. And I think it may be a little more beneficial to think about it.
And we are nothing if not interesting.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Thank you.
Grateful. Hashtag grateful.
Hashtag grateful. We're grateful for you. So I would like to start by saying, Emily, I'm grateful to you in this week. That I just broke my pen. I'm grateful for you in this week for reminding me of a very helpful tip that when things are going a little tough, it's very beneficial to say, one day we're going to look back at this and laugh.
Okay. Yes. So, yes. We do talk about this from time to time, just about like infusing humor wherever you can. It literally lightens energy and breaks up heavy energy. But I was reminded of this idea. Somebody that I don't know if maybe I told this story to originally, but I was having a stressful moment while I was getting my lashes done in preparation for my first bodybuilding competition that I just participated in. And my lash artist and friend, Christine, she happens to be in a position to really like notice if I'm in like a high anxiety state, which is not a typical state for me. But she's like sitting there and like my eyelids are taped closed basically. So she's like, oh, your eyeballs are like twitching. And so I proceed to tell her kind of why I'm stressing and stuff like that. And she just goes, okay, well, you're going to be laughing about this really soon. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And like, that's exactly what I've said to somebody before. And I'm like, okay, follow your own advice. Cool. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And so I remembered my friend Michael getting married this past spring, and I don't think he would mind at all me telling the story.
Shout out to Michael.
Shout out to Michael. What up, Michael? Bestie status since the 2010-ish. So a few minutes. But anyway, he was getting married and I was in the wedding, and I think I was like getting ready, putting my makeup on and stuff, and his whole wedding party was kind of up there doing her thing, and Michael just comes out with this look on his face, like catatonic, basically. And he's like, my fucking had left the it was very close to the wedding, and they had left the ink tag on the outside of his jacket that he was to wear. It was definitely weather where he needed to wear the jacket. I mean, it's his wedding, like you can't, but you know, this is wedding, and they left the ink tag attached to the outside of the jacket. And in that moment, literally all I could think of to say to him. I was like, okay. Well, I mean, I did make the suggestion, not that I was the only person to know that YouTube exists or anything like that. But I was like, I bet you anything, YouTube has like some hack on here to figure out like how to take one of these off with household items. And then a couple of the other people in the wedding party successfully applied, like it was a plastic grocery bag, by the way. So if that ever
if that ever happens,
yeah, but if that ever happens to you, if you got a plastic grocery bag, they were able to achieve that, so props to them. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to ask Michael now in retrospect, like what he was thinking in that moment when I said that to him. But I'd like to think that it was somewhat helpful, or at least mildly amusing, even though he was losing his whole mind on the inside. I know.
I mean, that's a really good example of a very like high pressure situation where
Yes.
you've spent all this time preparing, and then one little thing that you don't think about, that you're not planned for, is a thing that goes
Right.
wrong.
Right.
And you just have to keep going. So using that and reframing it to be like, this is going to be really funny one day. We're going to be telling a story all the time. All that chaos that must have happened in that moment before he had to go walk must have been like, a little capsule collection comedy show.
I could just see the chaos going off internally in his mind.
Yeah. It's like that's a
Like
shock amount
his
of it.
whole face, yeah, his whole face changed. His whole
Oh,
face changed. So, thankfully there were a couple of people, I think his mom and somebody else, took the jacket and took over that portion of things, and leave it up to old me to make a jokey joke in
yeah.
a very tense situation. But it ended up being actually, and overall it was like the most low pressure, low anxiety, like wedding situation. Like the reason why I was running a little bit late and still putting on my makeup at that point is because he called me on my way out there to be like, hey, can you stop by like Party City and pick up some balloons for some portion of the thing. And I was like, yeah,
Details.
cool, but like, no,
Details, Michael.
before I get there, but
There
like,
are
yeah,
wedding
cool, no
planners
problem.
for
But
a
he was
reason.
yeah, but no, it was so, they did it like
They did great.
95% DIY, and it was
Yeah, it
fantastic.
was beautiful. The
Like,
pictures were amazing.
yeah, and it was like, you could look at those pictures and we are smiling ear to ear. Every person in those pictures is just
Yeah, looks so
cracking up,
good.
laughing, smiling in every portion of those pictures. And I would say that like that little kind of spin on the gratitude thing, like I get, it is a flavor of gratitude, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like how funny is this gonna be? At
Mhm.
one point, like, and if you can laugh about something, generally, like there's, joy, gratitude associated with that in
Mhm.
some regards. So I think that was really evident throughout that whole wedding, that whole event.
Oh,
How how powerful that can be, not like that one thing with the jacket and the ink tag, but just that that energy altogether of just like, yeah, this is a really, serious event. Like it's two people getting married, spending the rest of their lives together. It's a really serious event, but at the same time, like it's not that serious. Like we're,
Yeah. You were able to
all a bunch of just human beings running around trying to figure shit out. Here we are taking the time. And I mean, really, what a wedding or, any event of celebration like that, it is an event of gratitude. Like that's what celebrating is. It's like gratitude for the experience, for the event, for the situation that you're celebrating,
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be this high anxiety like event, even if shit is going wrong, because you know what, shit goes wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the only way to really have peace, right? Is to kind of be able to
Accept that
roll with the punches and laugh at shit when it's funny, even if it isn't supposed to be.
Can only prepare so much for unexpected things, and that you guys were able to redirect all the stress in that moment and channel it into celebrating and just, almost like ripping the Band-Aid off of something like what could go wrong. I think, and it looked like, and from what you guys shared too, it was just very contagious joy the whole time. You guys had such a good time. But I think that's also like a lot of people too in this week are over, in that preparing, oh, family is coming into town, everything has to be perfect, have to impress everybody. And I know in feng shui we talk about even to the level of where we seat people around the table. That's a big thing too. So I think people are on their, pins and needles of is everything going to go the way that they want it to? But instead of focusing on all the little small details and whether or not they're perfect enough is
Right.
these
And that's really like not even being in the moment. It's like not even being in the present moment. And that's a different way of viewing gratitude too, is being grateful enough for what's already happening to just be in the present moment.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever that entails, not judging what that entails.
Yeah, it's the small
Something's late, something's overcooked, or if there's an ink tag, or if there, like,
right. Someone spills wine and so on and so forth. Yeah. I mean, it definitely is a time to, I like that. Really pay attention to the
Oh, I totally spilled red wine.
Oh, yeah. Well, so you don't even remember it.
Or maybe somebody spilled it on me.
It's a blur, but it's all a good story now. And I hope that's the case, for everybody. It's even a lot of pressure to have gratitude in some sense. Like, oh, I gotta have gratitude. And
right.
it's kind of like we were talking about that toxic positivity. Like,
right.
if it's hard for you to get into that feeling of gratitude for what's happening because it's so overwhelming and so much pressure, boil it down to the little moments and these stories that could be funny, or if you're feeling pressured and something goes awry, or there's always something that doesn't cook well or not enough, or someone falls out of their chair. But that doesn't happen.
What are y'all doing?
Toddlers mostly. It's a family tradition.
They just fall. That's just what they do.
Yeah, they just,
They're
you
just
put
like falling. Little Timmy's drunk again.
under the table again.
Under the table. Little Timmy's under the table again.
That is a note. Yeah. In all seriousness, that's a family tradition for me at Thanksgiving. So
for you fall under the table?
Nope, I've not, but it's one of the things that brings me great joy. So one of my early
people followed.
Yes.
Where are you going with this?
You'll just have to hold on tight. So one of my earliest memories of Thanksgiving is, and I have this on video, it's on VHS. I think we transferred it to digital. I hope it's on digital.
Did you submit it to like America's Funniest Home Video?
It needs to be. We talked about it because it's so funny. So it's like this VHS video, like there's giant clunky recorders that we had in the 80s. And it's my extended family around a picnic table type of thing with a cloth around it. And there's children, 5 and below, me being one of them. And all the adults, and there's chaos, all the different generations around the table. And we're going around the table saying what we're grateful for. I will tell you, I remember I was grateful for trash cans in that scenario. But my little cousin, a couple of years younger than me, he stood up, or my brother was like, "That's right," and pointed his finger up in the air. And my little cousin on cue fell under the table with a tablecloth on camera. And it was like something that we would just watch on a loop. Like, it was so funny. And I think that was before there were any really good, like, there was no Netflix to binge on. We would just watch Craig fall under the table. And it was so
Friday night.
funny.
I had, when you started telling that story, I also had the theme song playing in my head.
You did?
Stories from the friends next door, they never told. You might be a star. Let that camera roll.
Oh, yes.
The red and white.
Bringing it back. I would love it. I love it.
Did you prefer, what was it? Oh, so there was two. There was Bob Saget. That was America's Funniest Home Videos. And then there was Dave Coulier, the rivaling Full House.
Yes.
Right?
I liked them both. I just loved them.
And Dave had one with the gal, right? Like he had a kind of Dolly Parton doppelganger.
So. Yeah. A duo. I kind of remember that. But I think I missed that. There needs to be more of that. But you can have
I think Bob Saget was the GOAT though. I think he was like the OG really.
Yeah, that's the one we were trying to get on with that video. But anyway, so I mean,
that theme song was a bop.
Like, it was. And we just brought it back.
Yeah, we did.
Feel free to take that, everybody around the table at Thanksgiving.
Send us your remixes.
So good. But yeah, I mean, it's those like little moments that, sure, like you might lose half your dinner under the table that you spent so much time preparing or whatever. Or it's uncomfortable because you have so much chaos and people in your house and things
like what going under the table at your Thanksgiving. Like what? Like what? There's people and food just under the table. Like
it's pulled tablecloths.
Just like what? Like
that tablecloth trick is just something you see in movies. It doesn't work when someone's falling under.
You just keep everything and everyone is like under the table by the end of dinner. You're just like, well, at least it's just out there laughing like, look at that shit. No, Grandma, I'm not gonna help you up.
I mean, and then it goes to bar stools from that, kitchen counter stools. People fall off those. Yeah.
Why don't you just start on the floor if it's that much of an issue?
I do think that's a good idea. Take it to the floor. Picnic. Just start there.
Oh, that would have given my rice cake less room to go rolling around the corner.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So that's how it started. That's how today's discussion started.
Little Timmy and little Susie are stabbing each other with the wishbone.
Yep. So many traditions there. Oh, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to face the rest of this week. It's chaotic going into the season, all like the things that are going awry. they'll make for good.
I'm just ready to laugh at all of it.
Yeah, on the other side. What do you say we tell our stories inside of the Conscious Collaboration Collective?
Let's do it.
Let's take it in there.
Also, if you have an opinion on Bob Saget versus Dave Coulier, we're open.
Yep. We already have our pick, but
to all perspectives in that debate.
We're open to your perspective.
If it's even a debate. Yeah.
But we're also right. But we'll listen to you.
Right. That is a t-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. Follow us for more tips.
Follow us for life hacks.
Life hacks and more. But yeah.
Parenting tips.
Yep. All kinds of stuff.
Thanksgiving tradition ideas.
That's right. You're welcome.
Family activity.
This has been fun. I'm going to shut it down. I'm shutting it down.
So fun.
We're going to
hopefully we've helped a lot of people with our
yes.
With our really deep discussions today.
Yes. If you have been feeling down, just reframe it and know that you're going to be looking back on this and laughing one day very soon. We want to hear about it.
We do.
All right. All right, Emily. Thanks for hanging out with me today.
Thankful to you.
Thankful and grateful for you.
My little turkey.
All right. Thanks everybody for subscribing to us and listening to us each and every week. And we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you very soon. And we'll talk to you in 5.
Talk to you in 5.
Bye.
Thank y'all so much for listening to our podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends so they can join our circle of collaboration on this journey. You can find us on Instagram at Conscious Collaboration Podcast, on Spotify, iTunes, and Audible, to name a few. Please join us next time for another deep dive into how you can live life in more alignment, mind, body, and business. Send us your questions and comments in our DMs or email us at consciouscollaborationpodcast@gmail.com. See you in 5 minutes.